It's huge. It's huge. You know, obviously, there's a lot of hype going in that game, going against Boston College, and to see the little bit amount of adversity that that we faced, at first with them returning that punt return for a kick. It was good to see us, rally back and put on a really good performance in a chance that sealed us going to the ACC championship game. So that was good. Senior day is it's a lot of emotions. Obviously, I think this is one of the biggest senior classes that we ever had. No, I think it is the biggest senior class we've had. And obviously, I know this team is very, very close, and this is always going to be my favorite Sweeney meeting because you had that meeting where we get to hear like the seniors' parents' phone calls. So basically, the moms or the dads, they call in and they leave kind of like a voicemail for their sons, and they kind of just say like, "Hey, happy to see like the way you progress over these 4 years and things like that," and it kind of brings up a lot of emotions, but at the end of the day, you kind of got to block that out. It's more so for the families. I feel like it's always been for the family because it's a special moment for them. Your parents get to see you grow up over 4 years. You're not a little boy anymore. You're a grown man. So I'm always happy for the families at this point in the year. So.
We'll get to run down the hill again, of course, against South Carolina, but is it going to be kind of cool to be able to make that curtain call and just be all by yourself at the top of the hill?
I mean, I guess so. I mean. I'm excited I get a chance to, be honored as a senior. I still haven't made a decision yet on, if I'm coming back or not, but, I've just been honored that by my teammates and by Coach Sweeney. So it's going to be a great, experience to experience that with, the Clemson family and my family. So, I'm just looking forward to it and can't wait to go out and hopefully get our 11th win against Duke.
At what point do you think you will announce or make your decision?
After the season, same thing as last year. I feel like this is the closest team that's been together since I've been here. We're the most talented team by far since I've been here. Um, we don't have as much hype as the team that won it all because that team that won it all was kind of like expected to win. We were preseason #1. Obviously, with this year, we kind of had a little bit of ups and downs, kind of a rough start to the season. But I feel like this is the closest team that we've had since we've been here, and that's kind of made it just the most fun since I've been here because it's not like only one player leads the team. It's kind of like we have a joint group of leaders on the team, and obviously we're a veteran team, so you kind of just see a lot of guys coming in and growing as people. So you see different guys who weren't leaders before leading now because they're seniors, and they kind of know how things are supposed to go. They know how to win. They've been in big games before, so when we face adversity, you kind of see guys, settling in and actually, embracing it, whenever we get any type of adversity. So it's been really, really good to see, and hopefully we can just keep progressing and not take this moment for granted because, the sand is running out for a lot of guys on this team. So. I feel like it hasn't led to it, but I feel like it's kind of just shown, how close we are. Obviously everything on and off the field. With whether with our teammate passing away, with the quarterback situation, with all the things people have said about us, good and bad. I don't think it's kind of brought us closer. I feel like we were already close before that, and it's just kind of shown how strong our bond really is. So.
Cleveland, you talk about there not being as much hype, but there was a lot of hype on the defensive line.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you guys kind of block that off? Because it seems like game after game you're rising to whatever challenge is out there and playing even better than maybe you did the week before.
I mean, I just feel like we don't really believe in hype. Hype is something that's not really real. In our opinions, we are who we are. We go out there and we play well, that's who we are. We go out there and we play bad, that's who we are. That's how we got to look at it. And we know through preparation, that's how it is. We understand how talented we are. We understand the type of players and the type of people that we have. But at the end of the day, you're going to be graded based off your performance. So, not really focusing on what people think you can do. It's really just based off of what you go out there and do. And we kind of realized that. And, we played in big games. We've had people say good and bad things about us, but we just can't really, focus on those things because they're not really important to us. We really just happy to just go out there and and play for ourselves and play for our teammates. So. That's really just how we really look at it.
Do you think you're playing as well as you ever have right
As an individual,
now? As an individual?
I don't. I haven't really looked back on it. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's two things a defensive lineman always knows: how much he bench press and how many sacks that he has. And I'm at 8.5 right now, so I mean, I feel like the year's going well, but I feel like there's another level that I can take it to, definitely for my teammates. And there's always something that I can get better at, trying to sharpen my toolbox. So I feel like it's been a good year so far, but you know, it's still a long way we got to go.
What's your bench press, man?
My bench press.
You said you know it. You said
I'm
you
at
know.
405. I'm at 405 on the bench press. Yep. Always. Well, I'm second string on the heavy package, so if something happens to Christian the Dex, y'all will see me run in there. I'm hoping for like, you know, maybe I go in and like a split out receiver, you know, throw me a fade ball or something like that. But I mean, I'm cool with whatever. You know, I got a touchdown earlier in the year at Georgia Tech, where it was my first touchdown ever. So I'm content with that. But you know, hopefully, you know, they stop showing the big boys some love and get those the best athletes on the field some love, the DN. So we'll see.
Leland, did you ever imagine that those two in the backfield would cause the defense to go for the play action like that? Is that what Dexter and Christian had?
I had literally, I did not know. I thought it was 100% run. I thought Christian was gonna get like another touchdown run. And I think we were on the 3-yard line, so I was actually kind of nervous. I'm like, Dad, like the third yard line. I'm like, Dad, that's a little bit long for him to go. So, but when they threw the play action to Mallon, I was surprised. So that was just a great play call by our guys upstairs. So that was a really good call.
And I know you said earlier this year that you were ready for some night games. Duke and South Carolina now are both at night. Are you looking forward to going?
The Duke game. What time is the game this Saturday?
7 and 7.
Oh, South Carolina 7-2. Oh, finally, dang. You know what I mean? Like I like to kind of, you know, prep myself going into the games. You know, I'm ready to play whenever, but you know, it's kind of you kind of got to really get yourself ready to play when you kind of just got to wake up and go, like for a 12 o'clock game. And finally, you know, we get the fans what they want. A night game in the Valley, you know, those are always special. Anytime especially for this weekend, you know, a senior day, we in the purple uniforms, military appreciation day, week. So it's gonna be a fun experience, and I can't wait.
Are you prouder of holding DC to 113 total yards and not allowing them to score a single point on offense?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm proud of both, but I'm really more so mad that we gave up that punt return. That was really difficult because you always want to get a shutout. I mean, we put up a shutout as a defense, but you got to put up a shutout as a whole team. And I don't know if we're gonna get a banner for that or maybe donuts, but that's still frustrating. Yeah. Oh man, that means a lot to me. Obviously, my family is a big time military fan of my father. Rest in peace to him. He was in the military, fought in the Vietnam War. My mother, she was in Desert Storm. My brother was in Afghanistan. My other brother was enlisted in the military too. So it always holds dear to my heart because I have a strong tradition of the military in my family. And I went to a military school in high school, so I kind of know the ins and outs of the basics of the military. So it means a lot. You know, obviously I have a lot of respect for veterans, people that serve our country, and you know, hopefully they can get a little bit of joy. Hopefully somebody in Afghanistan is watching our game Saturday and they can take some time off and enjoy it for a second.
And Wolves has been pretty quick coming about thinking this is the freshest defense right now. Can you tell a difference right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the deepest that we've been. The freshest. It's definitely the freshest because I won't go off of just how I feel, but I'll go off the injuries that we have, and we definitely haven't had as many, you know, season-ending injuries or just nagging injuries that we have because we are playing a lot more guys. But you know, anytime you get into week 11 of a season, you're gonna be starting to feel it. You know what I mean? And obviously, with us having a senior class, a big senior class, a lot of guys have played a lot of ball. So that's 4 years of football, 4 years of mat drills, 4 years of spring practice. So a lot of guys can feel it. But you know, I will say this is the freshest that we've been for sure. He's a baller. He might be the best quarterback we've played all year. So just watching him, man, it's gonna be a tough. Everybody knows about their head coach and what he's done with the Manning brothers, and you can definitely tell it's kind of rubbed off on his quarterback. So it's gonna be a tough challenge, man. And I know they're coming in here to kind of, well, not kind of, but to I don't want to say ruin our season, but to upset us, obviously, whatever. So I know they're gonna give us their best shot, and we got to come out and be ready to play because they're very capable of beating us. So we can't take anything for granted. Can't let the senior day aspect of it, the wearing the purple uniforms aspect of it get in our way. And we got to focus on the task at hand because anytime a team has a really, really good quarterback, they got a chance of beating you. I mean, you see that in the NFL on all levels. Anytime the quarterback is such an important position in football, anytime you have a good quarterback, you got a chance to win. So it's gonna be a tough task. They do a lot, and obviously it kind of enhances because he's a really, really good player, and they have good coaches behind us. So, but my high school teammate Scott Brace is on the team. He plays wide receiver. I can't wait to go out there. Hopefully, I get a hit on him or something like that. So that'll be good.
That's great.
Perfect.